Hey, what's going on? In the office all day today, and if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, especially over the long run, you'll know that in the last year I really started talking about narrowing your focus when it comes to targeting with your online marketing. So I'm going to show you what that means in a second, but before I do, the way to understand this stuff is if you want Google to show you, you need Google to trust you, number one, and number two, understand when to show you. Those are two critical factors. And when any company is just getting started, or even if they've been around for a long time, but they don't have a good online presence, they don't have a lot of trust with Google. And so a company might choose to target a really large area, and the little bit of trust they have with Google doesn't go very far because they're spreading it very thin. And I picked up on this a long time ago. Myself and my company, my team, we help hundreds of contractors every year do this stuff, and so I get to see it over and over and over again. And it was about 18 months ago when I started to develop this understanding of like, hey, look, if Google's not showing us enough, we might be able to narrow our focus and win in our neighborhood before we try to expand out into a bigger area. And so that's the line that you've heard me said a million times is like win in your neighborhood, win close to home before you try to win in your whole city. So check this out. This is, make myself small. Okay, so what this is a tool I used called Local Falcon. It's not very expensive. Anyone can use it. And this lets me see how well a certain business listing is ranking on Google. And so when I mean rank on Google, if I type in like remodeler near me and I go down to Google Maps, this would be rank 1, 2, and 3. And so you really want to be ranking 1, 2, or 3 so that people see you when they do a normal search like this. If you're ranked 4 or higher, people have to click more businesses and they have to scroll down and start looking. And not very many people do that. Most people find what they're looking for on the front page of Google. So you don't want to be messing around with that. Okay, so what this chart is showing me is for somebody searching from each one of these dots, how well does this listing rank? And you can see they're all red. That's bad. I think their lowest rank on here is 11. They have a couple 11s. So they're 11 down on the list. They're not showing on the front page of Google for anybody searching in their area. And this is only like a 5-mile radius. So, this company has zero exposure, basically. The only little glimpse of exposure they're getting is that these numbers aren't all 20s. And so yesterday I did this scan. You can see 1/7/2025. So today's the 8th. Yesterday I did this scan and this is what it looked like. And this company, they're in the Miami area, their targeting on Google was this entire southern part of southeastern Florida. Like they were targeting this entire area. And we can see very clearly Google wasn't really showing them anywhere. I did scans all around Miami. I did scans over here in the Everglades. Google wasn't showing them anywhere. So what I did is I went into their Google My Business dashboard and I changed their targeting from this entire area here to just this area around here. So now their targeting went from the whole Miami area to just a little tiny portion of Miami. It's the only thing that changed. And one day later, their chart looks like this. So now all of a sudden, they are ranking way better. There's even a spot right here where they're in the top 3. So anybody searching from this neighborhood here, they're going to see this company on the front page of Google, and they're going to call because this company has more reviews than a lot of their competitors. So that's all that changed. This is the perfect example that proves what I'm talking about. Your targeting is super important. If you aren't getting any action on Google Maps, try reducing your targeting. Here's another chart that's just slightly different. I moved it over a little bit, And you can see right in this neighborhood, they're ranking 2 and 3. So now there's 3 neighborhoods in this area we've seen so far with these charts that they're ranking number in the top 3. And I expect as time goes on and we develop their online presence more, they're going to end up with a bubble around their location where they rank in the top 3 and they're able to get calls. So that's it. Moral of the story, if target a small area first, win in your neighborhood first. If you can be the go-to contractor in your neighborhood, great, then you can expand out. But if you start with casting a super wide net and you're not getting anything, you are barking up the wrong tree trying to change that. You need to narrow your focus. It's like a laser beam. The tighter it gets, the farther Google's trust goes and the more they'll show you. So implement that. Good luck. Coming down the pike, I'm going to be doing some videos where I show you exactly all the little things that we do. So I'll be sharing all the secrets, everything I know. So if you're interested in that, subscribe, tune into those, and I'll see you then.